Conor McGregor has publicly stated that his current UFC contract is effectively void following the organization's new multi-year media rights agreement with Paramount, which transitions the promotion away from traditional pay-per-view events, a structure that McGregor's existing deal was built upon. McGregor, who has 2 fights remaining on that contract, asserts that the removal of PPV points fundamentally alters his compensation framework and therefore necessitates a full renegotiation of terms. He announced that formal discussions with the UFC are expected to begin in February as he continues to train and prepare for a highly anticipated return, potentially on the historic UFC White House card scheduled for June 14, 2026. The precise legal impact of the Paramount deal on his contract obligations remains unclear, and the situation could evolve as negotiations proceed. Derrick Lewis is one of the most dangerous knockout artists in UFC history. Competing in the heavyweight division, Lewis is defined by raw power durability and the ability to end a fight at any moment regardless of circumstance. Holding the UFC record for most knockout wins, he has built a reputation as a constant threat, even when appearing to be behind on the scorecards. Lewis combines surprising athleticism with fight-ending explosiveness, particularly in close-range exchanges. His ground defense and ability to return to his feet have improved over time, allowing him to remain composed under pressure and wait for the exact moment to strike. Opponents are forced to fight cautiously, knowing that a single mistake can instantly change the outcome. Beyond the physical tools, Lewis brings confidence, composure, and veteran awareness into every contest. His experience against elite competition and comfort in high-profile bouts make him a formidable presence whenever he enters the octagon. With Derrick Lewis, there is no safe minute. Every second carries the potential for a decisive finish. Dan Hooker has openly refused to back down from the escalating war of words with Paddy Pimblett, making it clear that he intends to match any personal attacks directed at him. The feud began when Pimblett disparaged Hooker's grappling ability in a recent interview, which Hooker took personally and responded to with sharp criticism, including referencing a late friend of Pimblett's in an attempt to provoke him. Hooker's stance is that if Pimblett goes low, he will go lower, emphasizing that he has no interest in de-escalating the conflict and expects the animosity between them to persist. Both fighters are currently focused on separate upcoming bouts, but should they ever be matched inside the octagon, Hooker has made it clear he will not back down from the confrontation. Islam Makhachev has publicly fired back at Michael Morales amid controversy surrounding a recent adjustment to Morales' professional record, accusing the welterweight contender of benefiting from a questionable change and asserting that the situation has generated confusion in the MMA community. Makhachev took to social media to question the legitimacy of the record revision, and in doing so, warned Morales he would choke him out if they ever crossed paths inside the octagon, framing his remarks as a reaction to what he views as an unjust alteration to fight history that has unfairly bolstered Morales' standing. UFC 324 is not about speculation. It is about execution under the brightest lights. Justin Gaethje embodies controlled chaos. Known for his devastating power leg kicks and unwavering forward pressure, Gaethje has built a reputation as one of the most dangerous competitors in the lightweight division. A former interim champion and perennial fight of the night threat, he blends Division I wrestling pedigree with a violent striking style that forces opponents into constant discomfort. Over time, Gaethje has evolved from pure brawler into a calculated finisher, improving his defense timing and fight management without sacrificing aggression. His willingness to engage, coupled with refined shot selection, makes every appearance must-watch television. At UFC 324, Gaethje steps into the cage carrying not just knockout power, but the weight of experience and the mindset of a fighter who understands exactly what moments like this demand. Merab Dvalishvili claimed in a social media interview that Ultimate Fighting Championship informed him his scheduled fight would not take place at the UFC White House event because he is Russian, suggesting the promotion does not want Russian fighters on the card. Dvalishvili's statement referenced a purported UFC communication declining to include his bout on the June 2026 White House card for that reason. If accurate, this stance could also affect other Russian fighters such as Islam Makhachev and Khamzat Chimaev, potentially excluding them from the highest profile event of the year. The report did not include an official UFC statement confirming or denying the claim, leaving the situation unresolved and prompting further discussion within the MMA community. At UFC 324, Gaethje vs. Pimblett, scheduled for January 24, 2026 at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, British standout Paddy the Baddy Pimblett headlines the card against veteran Justin Gaethje in a high-stakes interim lightweight title fight. Pimblett, riding momentum from impressive stoppage victories and a growing fan base, has publicly outlined a striking forward game plan against Gaethje and expressed confidence in his ability to secure a decisive win in what is one of the biggest bouts of his career. With the current undisputed lightweight champion Ilia Topuria sidelined due to personal reasons, the winner of this main event could hold the interim belt and position themselves for a future shot at the undisputed title. UFC 324 also marks the start of a new broadcast era for the promotion on Paramount+, adding further significance to Pimblett's role on the card and his standing as a rising force in the lightweight division. Rose Namajunas is defined by precision composure and elite fight intelligence. A former two-time UFC strawweight champion, Namajunas has consistently proven she belongs among the most technically complete fighters in the sport. Her game is built on sharp footwork, clean striking, and one of the most dangerous submission arsenals in women's MMA. Widely respected for her mental discipline, Namajunas thrives in high-pressure moments where preparation and clarity matter most. Her ability to control distance, set traps, and capitalize on mistakes has led to multiple highlight reel finishes against top-tier competition. While known for her striking, she remains a true mixed martial artist equally capable of ending fights on the feet or on the ground. As she continues her career across divisions, Rose Namajunas represents evolution rather than reinvention. She fights with purpose, patience, and confidence backed by championship experience. Every appearance signals focus, intent, and a quiet threat that can change a fight in seconds when opportunity presents itself. Sean O'Malley enters UFC 324, Gaethje vs. Pimblett on January 24, 2026 at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas as one of the standout bantamweight attractions on the main card. Originally slated lower on the lineup, his bout against Song Yadong was elevated to the co-main event slot after bantamweight champion Kayla Harrison was forced out due to injury, a change that increases the spotlight on O'Malley's performance. The former UFC bantamweight champion is aiming to halt a two-fight losing streak and re-establish himself among the division's elite, making this matchup both pivotal for his standing and compelling for fans. That's it for today, but the story is far from over. The lines are being drawn, the pressure is rising, and every decision we talked about today is going to have real consequences inside the cage. Fighters are being overlooked, rivalries are getting personal, and titles are being decided long before the walkout music hits. If you want to stay ahead of the chaos, make sure you like the video and subscribe. Drop your take in the comments because this debate is just getting started. Until next time, stay locked in. The fight world is watching.